Copy-paste microtransactions, $60. If you wanted a short answer, here you go. I don't want to waste your time. You can click off the video. The NBA 2K series is copy and paste. They just take assets from previous games and slap them onto next year's game. And I'm fine if games copy assets and mechanics from other games. My favorite game of all time, Super Mario Galaxy 2, used the same engine and copied a lot of its assets from its predecessor, but it was different enough that it didn't feel like it was exactly the same game as the first. But with the NBA 2K series, the games are practically the same. The game modes are essentially the same. My team, my league, my GM, my career, park. Sure, there are changes such as 40 new jump shot landings, overhauled dribble moves, 50 new size-ups, and more. There's gonna be a new story mode in my career, and they might add new game modes. But to me, I don't think these things would warrant an $80 CAD, $60 USD upgrade from the previous games. I might be wrong, as new information may still be released as I'm writing the script, but I doubt it. In reality, I feel like all you're paying for is roster changes, and to me, that's not worth it. Why would you buy a game that costs $60 USD if you already own basically the same game but from the previous year? At the time of this recording, 2K is still supporting 2K19 online, so why don't people just continue to play 19 and 20 instead of buying 21? Not to mention, next-gen 2K21 is coming for the PS5 and Series X, so if you're getting one of those two consoles, you might as well buy that instead of the current Gen 21. And yes, I understand that if you buy the Mamba Forever Edition on one console, you get the base game on the other for free, which to me is not a great system, but it's okay, since you do have to pay more money. It seems like next gen will have a huge graphical update and may improve the series as a whole, but we'll have to see. Speaking of next gen 2K21 however, since development will be split up due to developing two games at once, it just furthers my point that 2K21 current gen might not be worth it as all of their attention is not in one place. I would be fine if 2K21 current gen costed $20 CAD, $15 USD, since it does copy a lot of assets from the previous games, but it costs the same as a AAA game, and it's gonna have a lot of microtransactions. I already talked about how much I hate loot boxes, microtransactions, and pay-to-win games in my loot box video. But to give you a quick rundown, I think loot boxes are gambling. Microtransactions are scummy, especially when people already paid money for the game they wanted to play, and pay-to-win is unfun, as it makes it so that money is better than the actual skill and grinding. And when you really look at it, NBA 2K is just a grindy RPG which allows you to skip grinding by paying real money for in-game currency. With that in-game currency, you can either use it to upgrade your created player or improve your created team, which is a terrible system and anti-consumer. It's awful game design, and I refuse to support it. And for the people who buy the new NBA 2K every year, the money they use on the game will mean nothing when the next NBA 2K comes out, since everything will be reset. I'm not going to buy NBA 2K21. Every year, people complain that there are many problems with each iteration of NBA 2K. I find that the same people who are complaining about the game are the same people who buy the game each year. It's a simple solution. You need to vote with your dollar. Don't buy the game. Wait for a review so you can see if other people like the game. Play the previous games until 2K doesn't support the servers anymore. It's such an easy solution, but people don't care. The only way for 2K to listen is when you affect their earnings. If you do that, then they'll listen. Until that happens, 2K will continue to shamelessly copy and paste. They will continue to price their games too high, and they will continue to add microtransactions. We may blame 2K for making all of these bad decisions, but we must also blame ourselves for allowing them to do so.